I'm reporting that we raised $193,636 to give back to the community.
Whew. Well, you just heard from Bishop Simeon Moultrie of the Brook Church here in Columbia. The church raising nearly $200,000, and now that money is being put to use. Joining us now is Bishop Simeon Moultrie. Bishop, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thanks for having me.
We appreciate you for being here. And of course, you know, we have to talk about the fit too. Everybody take a look at the suit. Oh yeah, of course, we have to highlight that as well. But Bishop, wow, a tremendous job there, nearly $200,000. And I understand this was in 24 hours.
One day.
One day.
One day. Actually just put it out. We saw the need happening in our community. Yeah. Those who were impacted by SNAP benefits, those who were impacted by the government shutdown, and we wanted to do something. And so talked to our CFO, said, hey, what can we do? What can we sacrifice? What investment can we make? And I gave him the idea. He said, hey, Pastor, let's go for it. And so I stood before the congregation and I said, everything we raise today, we are giving back to our community. And hey, let's give towards this, let's be a blessing. But we didn't know that it was going to be that much money. But thanks be to God, we were able to do it.
And all of this, Bishop, happening while many Americans were not getting paid. Some people were missing 2 to 3 paychecks.
Yeah.
Were you shocked at the result?
Yeah, I mean, all of us were shocked. You know, we didn't know exactly what that number was going to be, but we didn't expect almost $200,000. But even our online family gave, because we also streamed. And so it was both in and out house, I would say, that actually gave and contributed to the process. But when we saw it, it's been great, and so we look forward to being a blessing to our community.
You know, you all went viral for that clip, and everyone was saying, where is this church? Where is this church? And some people were actually shocked that a church could raise that much money. Kind of speak to the aspect of, is this something that the church is supposed to do?
Well, I think every church right now, I would say this, I think churches are doing what churches can. And so what we just experienced was something that was an anomaly, not something that happens all the time. So even though we were able to raise the almost $200,000 in a day, but there are other churches that raise $20,000 or $10,000 or $5,000. But the goal is to put food on the table, is to be a help to our community. And whatever contribution that pastors and churches have made, that's really the purpose. Even though we're getting some attention from this, the goal is for us just to be the church and to be present.
And I could tell you don't like the attention.
Not at all.
I could tell you don't like it, you know, trying to get you here, but we finally got it here. But the money is being put to use in a way. You all are having a food distribution drive.
Yes, so tomorrow we're giving out 1,000 bags of groceries. We've been able to partner with Aldi and Walmart, and we'll be giving our 1,000 bags of groceries tomorrow. One location is C.A. Johnson. Yeah. We've partnered with Richland School District 1, and then our second location is R2I2, where we're partnering with Richland School District 2. And so we'll be there from 2 to 4 tomorrow giving out bags of groceries, 500 at both locations, and whoever comes who's in need, we're going to serve them.
As a pastor, as a bishop, the leader of your church, the ministry, how does it feel for you to know that you're not only feeding people spiritually, but now you're actually putting food in people's mouths?
It's a great feeling. You know, to be able to meet the need. I believe vision comes when someone can identify a need. And when you can identify that need, you can then push resources in that direction. And so our community needed food on the table. People need their lights on. People are trying to pay the mortgage and to make sure that they'll have a place during the holidays. And so we couldn't wait on the Democrats or the Republicans or the White House or the State House to provide resources. We just stood up to be the church that we were called to be, and we responded. And so it feels great to be able to do that.
And for the final question, Bishop, give you the moment, you know, there's a lot, unfortunately, where some people look at the church in a bad way. Kind of speak to that. What message would you give someone who's watching today about the church in general?
I think sometimes we look at the church and certain negative things about the church go viral, but the positives don't. And we have a tendency to highlight the negatives, but there are a lot of great churches doing great work, and they're not even in the spotlight. Their videos are not going viral. The work they're doing, there isn't a camera, but they're still doing the work. because I believe people who really want to do the work don't really care about the camera. And so I think churches are doing great jobs. I want to say thank you to you and WACH Fox for allowing us to do this, because it allows us to put something positive in the atmosphere instead of something negative.
Yeah. Wow, Bishop, anybody wants to get in contact with you, or somebody's watching, they're like, hey, I want to visit that church, what can you tell them?
They can visit us at 8328 Parkland Road. We have 3 services on Sunday, 8 a.m., 10 a.m., and 12 p.m. Right now, we're in the building project, so we had to cancel our midweek services, but hopefully by January 2027 we will be moving into our new facility, 1,500 seats, so we're excited about that. But right now they can catch us online, YouTube, and all the things streaming, Instagram, Facebook, all things social media.
Exactly.
Right.
Wow, Bishop Simeon Moultrie of the Brook, thank you so much for being here. We really do appreciate it. And of course, folks, will have all the information about the food distribution event taking place tomorrow on our website at watch.com.